in sickness and health.
I'm not going anywhere. I want a divorce.
Divorce granted.
It's nice to meet you.
His bride was diagnosed with ALS 3 years after they married. For 20 years, he has been by her side. Her smile says everything. All right, ALS is amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. It's a nervous system disease that affects nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord, causes loss of muscle control. The disease gets worse over time. A lot of people in relationships or marriage has to realize there's a chance that you may have to deal with this. You may be faced with this situation, whether your spouse or the person you in a relationship with or dating, if they come down with a severe chronic disease such as cancer or just as we're seeing right now, ALS, do you have the mental fortitude, or there's many more chronic diseases, but let me just name those for an example. Cancer or ALS, do you have the mental fortitude to deal with this, to be a caregiver, husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend and caregiver at the same time? Either one of those categories, whichever one is falls under, relevant to you. Do you have the mental strength to deal with this? And if you marry in sickness and health, can you do it? Among adults aged 65 and older, more than 90% have at least one chronic condition. Among middle adults ages 35 and 64, more than 75% have at least one condition. Among younger adults ages 18 through 34, 60% have at least one condition. This is the chronic disease in America, and this is from the CDC, the source. Now continuing, this is the tweet say, just found out a friend of mine divorcing his wife who has stage 3 breast cancer. She didn't do anything awful. He said he has just grown apart from her. He's no longer my friend, and I clearly misjudged him as a man. Now this is another clip right here, how she taking care of her disabled man. They are married, and she's by his side. Is this sustainable? For a lot of people, this is, because a lot of people who's in relationships, they deal with it, and they go through it. In this post, it say, my husband passed away from cancer half a year ago. In his final month, he desperately pushed me to divorce him, said he didn't want me to hold back, but I flat out refused, and we argued fiercely about it several times. And that is deep love, because he has cancer, and he's telling her to divorce him because he don't want to hold her back for moving on in life. And you in that situation, your partner or spouse or whoever you will tell you, like if you, let's say you married, or if you're not married, you're in a relationship, they say, we'll have to part ways. Are you gonna do it? But that lady refused to divorce him. You know how many people there's some people ready to haul at. They're like, oh, I'm gone. Some people be glad their spouse or person they dating, person in a relationship with got hurt or sick and ill so they can leave. That's crazy. Also, there's context for another side. When a person who's disabled, has a chronic disease, it could be one that is abusive, is just frustrated and depressed, and he's verbally abusive to their spouse or the person they in a relationship with, and that person has been dealing with it and didn't want to part ways with them, didn't want to leave them because they didn't want to go through a divorce. So they just wait for that person to die. They just wait for that person to just go and die and just go from there, get the money and go. And that's some people doing it.
Our husbands are disabled. Of course they take care of us just as much as we take care of them. Our husbands are disabled.
Of course our relationships are just as worthy, loving, and supportive.
And them being married and putting the time and effort to be by their spouse's side. And there's a statistic that when a man is ill, the woman stay longer. And when a woman is ill, the man leave, he divorced. All right, continuing, this is their channel, Roll or Cold and Charisma. Charisma was by his side when he's been in the hospital, and even him being in a wheelchair. She was there. She has been there. So then she's in the hospital and he's by her side when they found out she has endometriosis when she's unable to give birth. It's amazing how they stay by each other's side and the bond they have.
Something that has been difficult this year is the necessity to care for his mental state and psychological state and emotional state. And then additionally, my own is so taxing that we often don't get to the things in our relationship that we would be talking about as we used to. Takes a strain on your relationship for sure.
In that last clip you seen, she was the caregiver for her boyfriend. Now, I believe they had got married, and she been by his side. Lives in Oregon, and she's getting paid as a caregiver. But she said it was a burden, and she wanted to get married, and it pushed things back. But overall, she did everything she can do. She's standing by that man's side, which is amazing. And in this image right here, first met, got married, happy moments. She got cancer, then the man divorced her. So these things are likely to happen. Just like I say, there's a lot of marriages that goes through it and fight through it. They deal with it and they just remain together because they knew what they signed up for. And some they just leave. Happily ever after, they get married, you have your good times enjoying life until something happened. Bam! They said disability. Now this man in a wheelchair and she want a divorce. And then she finds somebody else. Life goes on. And these things happen. Will it be you? Will it be your relationship? Think about it. Are you gonna stay or are you gonna go? All right, I'm gonna role play real quick before I close out this video. All right, the guy be like, he found out his spouse got cancer and he say, I can't do this. I can't. You always been ill. You've been sick. I can't have sex with you. Like, you can't control this. I understand what you're going through, that you're not able to function how you used to. And I know it's painful for you. And I can see it in your eyes, and I've been by your side, but I can't do this any longer. I need to see somebody else because you're not able to give me sex. I've been here for you emotionally, and we pray, we go and visit family, we walk in and we go for walks. I help you with your healthy diet consistently. I can't do this every day. I can't. I gotta go. So then the friend, the guy, his homeboy, he was like, oh, you gonna leave your wife for that? You just gonna go? He was like, yeah, man, I'm out, man. I can't do this no more. I gave all I can do. I gave everything I got. I can't live in this marriage no more. I can't do it. I'm gone, man. And then his friend was like, what if something happened to you? Who gonna take care of you? So if you go ahead and find somebody else and you get sick one day or you get disabled one day, is that woman gonna stay by your side? Are you confident that woman gonna stay by your side? Huh? Do you think she gonna do it? Or she gonna haul ass and find somebody else and the cycle continues and you left alone and now you see how it feel when somebody leave from your side because you can't even take care of yourself because you didn't cause this illness to be on yourself. It happened. When life hits you unexpectedly, how you gonna respond? How you gonna feel? And then he say, well, we're all gonna die one day. And then his friend say, man, that's a damn shame, man. I'm disappointed in you. That's messed up. And then he say, I gotta do what's best for me. And then he left.